Good morning, students. Today we have entered into the new unit, that is theory of games. So the theory of games is just like the problem of the game theory. So whenever we are playing any game, one will be the winner and another will be the loser. So everyone has to play a game for winning of the game. So then how they are winning and how they are losing? What are the strategies they are applying for the winning of any game? So let us see now. So in the previous classes, we discussed about the linear programming and the waiting line models and some of the problems related to individual industrial concern, that is either by objective of satisfying the industrial unit, that is the replacement of the models or replacement of the machines. But there are certain problems where two or more industrial units are involved in decision making under conflict situation. So in that situation, we need to do a correct decision for maximizing the profits and at the same time uh, the minimizing the losses. So the what is the correct decision making will be depends on the decision variables chosen by the opponent business organization. So in that situations we are known it as competitive situations. So when the competitive situations are a type of business games, when we heard about the game, the word game will give that our mind will be like a pleasure giving the games like football, badminton, chess, etc., cricket, like that. So, but here in these games, we have to follow two parties. So, we have to follow some two parties or otherwise a group of parties who are playing in the game with the definite well and defined rules and regulations. We have to follow a rules and regulations which are framed by the session, those to be followed, and we have to get it the profit or winning of the game. The output of the game has decided that the winning of a group earlier. So that we already discussed. So in this discussion, we are going for theory of games. We are not concerning with the pleasure giving the games, but we are concerning with the business game. Then what is the business game? So every business manager is interested in capturing the larger share in the market. So in that case, they have to use a different strategies to motivate the consumers to prefer their product. So for the business, every organization has to sell their own products. So all over the customers are to be satisfied with their products only. But if you see any newspaper, certain company is advertising for its product by giving a number of eyes and a number of cine stars and identify the eyes of the stars and match the name of the eyes. So that is only for the giving the attraction to the consumers. After doing this, the reader have to write why he likes the products of the company. For right entry, they get a prize. So this way, they motivate the readers to prepare the products of the company. So in this way, they are attracting the components, okay, of a particular company. When the opponent company sees this, they also use similar strategy to motivate the potential market to prefer the product of their company. Like this, the companies may advertise in a series and measure the growth of the company in the market share. This type of game is known as a business game. And managers and chief planning officer and executives and union leaders, they and management involves in collective bargaining the usages for different strategies to fulfill their objective or to win over the opponent. All these are known as competitive situations or competitive strategies. But in business, competitive situations arises in advertising and marketing the campaigns by competing business forms. So justly we can say that the theory of game is nothing but a business game. There the opponents or the persons or a company has to follow certain strategies to get a market share or to measure the market share, and the opponent will also follow the same strategies or maybe different to get the or to meet the competition in the market. Now the game theory now the game theory is a body of knowledge. Now the game theory is a body of knowledge that deals with the making the decisions when two or more intelligent and rational opponents are involved under condition of conflict or competition. The competitors are in the game called players. So the beginning of the theory of game in the 20th century, but John van Neumann and Morgenstern have mathematically drilled the theory and published a well-known paper, Theory of Games and Economic Behavior, in 1944. Here, the mathematical approach of John von Neumann utilizes the minimax principle, which involves the fundamental idea of minimization of the maximizing losses. So finally, what the company will look into the picture is nothing but we have to minimize the losses. So minimization of maximum losses. Many of the competitive problems can be handled by the game theory, but not all the competitive problems can be analyzed to the game theory. Before we go to the game theory, it is better for us to discuss about the decision making. What is the game? So in our daily life, you see many games like chess and football or basketball. All these games are pleasure and giving the some enthusiasm to the viewers and which have the character of competition and are played according to the well structured loop rules and the regulations and end in a victory of one or other team or group of players also. But when we refer to the game, we need to get the competition between the two organizations or two players when they are in a good competitive situation. This competitive situation is called a game, and at the same time, they have some characteristics of the game. So let us see the characteristics of the game. Firstly, the characteristics of a game for defining a game is a finite number of competitors are to be there and they are called as players. So here in any game it is to be played by two players or more number of players. So here the players means the competitors who are participating in the game. So the game may be for creating the new market or to increase the market share or increase the competitiveness of the product. So in the game we are creating new product or increasing the market share and increasing the competition of the product. Then all the players act rationally and intelligently. So in the game everybody has to follow the rules and regulations and they are to be act rationally or and intelligently. Each player is interested in maximizing his gains or minimizing his losses. So obviously every player has to do their steps for winning of the game only. So the winner, that is the player on the left side of the matrix. So if you see here, the game will be look like a matrix. In the left side of the matrix called a winner, and always try to maximize his gains. And he always known as maximin player. He is interested in maximizing his minimum gain. And similarly, the player B, who is in the top of the matrix, called as a loser, always tries to minimize his losses, and it is known as mini max player. That is, who tries to minimize their maximum losses. Okay, then each player makes individual decisions. Okay, they can take any decision without any communication between the players. So by principle of this, we are assuming that the playing a strategy is an individual thing without knowing the opponent's strategy. So, but in the real world situation, the player plays the strategy after knowing the opponent's choice to maximum or minimax his return. So it is assumed that each player knows as complete relevant event. So in the game theory, they are classified to three types. One is the number of players. Next, algebraic sum of gains and losses, and the number of strategies of each player, which decides the size of the game. The number of players. If the number of players is two, then it is known as a two-person game. If the number of players who is playing in the game, if they are two means that is called a two-person game. If they are more than two, that is more than two means it is either maybe a greater than or equal to three. So if they are three or more than three, that is called n-person game. So in the real world, two-person games are more popular. If the number of players is n, then it is reduced to two-person game by two constant collisions, and then we have to solve the game. This is for this is the method of solving n% game not yet fully developed. So every problem in this area of games, we need to convert it to two persons game only. If they are given in the n persons, we need to reduce it to 2 by 2. That means two players game, and then we need to solve. Then algebraic sum of gains and losses. This is the one more model. That is the game in which the gains of one player or the losses of another player. Obviously, the gaining of one player is the loss of another player, the same amount. Or algebraic sum of gains and losses is equal to be 0. So how much of the gaining of player A is equals to the how much of losing of the opponent, that is B. So their algebraic sum always to be 0. So that's why the game name is called zero sum game. So algebraic sum of gains and losses called zero sum game. In a zero sum game, the algebraic sum of the gains of the players after play is found to be 0. Okay, zero sum game means that is gains and losses sum is 0. In any game theory, the resultant gains can be easily represented in the form of matrix called payoff matrix. So here the problem is representing in the matrix form. So that matrix called payoff matrix. The payoff matrix is a table which shows the payment should be made at the end of the player, and zero sum game is also known as constant sum game. So obviously if the number of players playing in the game is 2, and at the same time if they are having the sum of gains and losses are equal to 0, then the game is said to be 2% zero sum game. So for example, for this 2% zero sum game is the chess, and n% game is a situation several companies are engaged in the advertising campaign to capture the larger share of the market. Then characteristics of a game. To classify the game, we must know the properties or characteristics of a game. First one is the number of persons, the number of persons or group who are involved in the game. I mean, how many number of persons are playing the game. Next, number of strategies of action each player having. So, what are the strategies the players is having? Next, type of course of action of strategy. So, what are the types of strategies the players are implementing while doing the game? So, there are partly information or complete information to be required to know the strategies. So we need to do that the information about the past activities of the other player is to be required to the players. And then payoff matrix, what is the payoff? May be such that the gain of some players may be or may not be indirect loss of another. And the players are independent in decision making, and they take any decision rationally. Next, method to solve the problems or steps involved in the solving the problem. Firstly, what we need to do, these points are very important. So all of you note down the points. So firstly, what is the step one is saddle point. So how to find the saddle point, that we will discuss in the problem. Firstly, find the saddle point. If you are find the saddle point, then the solution was achieved, and the optimal strategies and value of the game is to be finally achieved. See here how we are representing the solution of the game means that is called value of the game. So value of the game is nothing but the solution of the game. Next, if you are not having or if you are not getting the saddle point, we need to reduce the size of the matrix given. That is, which may be 2 by 2 or m by 2 or 2 by n, whatever may be the matrix, we need to convert into 2 by 2. So in any stage, we need to convert the problem into 2 by 2 matrix. So if there is no saddle point, what we need to do? Whatever the given problem or given matrix, whether it is a 2 by 2 means, directly we use the optimal strategies and we can directly find the value of the gain. If not, that means if the matrix is not related to 2 by 2 matrix, means it may be of 3 by 2 or 2 by 3. Then we may go for sub-game method. Sub-game method. So what is the purpose of sub-game method means? We need to convert them to 2 by 2 only. Finally, in the 2 by 2 only, we will get the solution. Suppose if they are not be having m by 2 or 2 by n matrix, they may use graphical method to get the solution. See, 2 by 2 matrix means we can get the solution. 3 by 2 or 2 by 3 means we may directly get the solution by converting this to 2 by 2 matrix with the method of submatrices method. Otherwise, m by 2 or 2 by n matrices are to be used graphical method to get the solution. Use the algebraic method to get the solution. Use linear programming approach to get the solution by using simplex method. That is duality principle in simplex method. These are already discussed in the LP. Next, step 5. Use iteration method or approximation method to get the solution. So, what are the steps we are involving? That is, firstly, find the saddle point. Otherwise, you need to convert what is the given problem to 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. If they are not given for 2 by 2 matrix, convert them by submatrices method or graphical method to 2 by 2, and finally you may get the solution. So how to find the saddle point? Now, how to find the saddle point? So if the saddle point is to be find out means, before the we need to find the maximin and minimax. Before we need to find the saddle point, we need to do minimax and maximin. So if these two are equal, that is the point of saddle. Next, how to find the minimax? So if you see any diagram, the table, maxi min is nothing but the minimum of each row and n cycle length. minimum of each row. In that minimum, we have to find the maximum. So firstly, we need to do the minimum of in the each row. For that, among all the minimum values, find the maximum one. Here, find the maximum value. Find the maximum value in the column values, and then among them we need to find the minimum value. If these two are equal, then we may get the point where both the circles are there, or we need to represent this maximin in just like a circle and mini max in a square. If these two are equal, which are presented in these terms, then it is called as a saddle. So let us see again. Here, if you see, firstly, what we need to do, minimum in the row and maximum in column. So what is the minimum in the row 1? What is the minimum? 4. And what is the maximum? 8. What is the maximum in the column? 9. What is the maximum in the third column? It is 4. So now minimum here. So identify the maximum. Maximum. That means minimum, among the minimum identify maximum value. So here the minimum values are there. Among the minimum values, which one is the minimum maximum value? That is 4. So we need to represent the 4 and round of it like this. Then mini max, among the maximum values identify the minimum value. So among the maximum values, these are the maximum values. Among all these, which one is the minimum? 4. That we need to represent in the box. So then where, see here now, these two are equal. So when maximin equal to minimax. So maximin value is 4, minimax is 4. So the saddle point is 4. Okay. Then the value of the game is also, then the value of game is 4. This is the answer. Okay. This much of simpler problems will be coming in the game theory. See now, this is the final solution. Row minimum is 4 and 1, 4. Column maximum is 8, 9, 4. Then maxi min and mini max. In this, the 4 is the circular and square. So here in the matrix given, row minimum and column maximums are indicated. The element of A's second strategy and B's third strategy. See here, we need to write like this. The player A's second strategy. So this is called the winner. This is called the loser. So always in the matrix, left hand side of the matrix called winner and the top of the matrix is known as a loser. Okay. So what is the, where we are getting this value of the game? The element of A's second strategy and the element of B's third strategy. That is A32 is both row minimum and column minimum. Hence 4 is the saddle point and pure strategy for A is the second strategy and pure strategy for B is the third strategy. Okay, this is for the pure strategy. So A of 1, this A 0 comma 1, this is the good. So the first strategy is not good. So second strategy is the value and third strategy in the B thing. B played. So that is the value of the game is V is equals to plus or minus 4. Y means we are representing the plus and minus means the plus is nothing but the A is gaining plus 4 units of money and player B is losing the what 4 units of money. So the sum of the outcome is 0. So already we know that the algebraic sum of gain and loss are to be 0 sub. Okay, 0 game, 0 sub game. Okay, yeah. So like that we need to find the value of the game. So in the today's class we have studied about the maximin and minimax and saddle. So maxi min, the minimum values among the minimum values. Where we are getting the minimum values means in the rows identify the minimum values. Among the minimum values identify maximum one and kept them in the circle. Next, mini max. So among the maximum values, where we are getting the maximum values means in the column identify the maximum values among all the maximum values of a column, identify very minimum value and kept it in the square box. So if the maxi min and mini max which we are identified and we kept them in the circle and square, if these two values were equal, then it is known it as a saddle point. And this saddle point call it as a value of the game. So value of the game that we have achieved now. Then in the next class we will see the some more problems and the next topic the principle of dominance. Okay, thank you.